Hi everybody, welcome to Adventures in Boro. And today we're going to do the simplest thing you can do. It's the swizzle stick. How easy can you get, right? And it really is. I mean, all you really have to do is put a ball on the end of a stick, melt the other end, and you have a swizzle stick. There's a lot of history to the swizzle stick that I have found kind of intriguing. That original swizzle stick was born in like the 1600s. There are these sugar plantations that would cut these little sticks and they would put them in these rum drinks. It became like a big rage in 1934 by this guy named J. Sindler, who brought them kind of into the mainstream. 1934, everybody's at the bars, everybody's having a good time, and every bar wants to have their own personalized swizzle sticks. They came in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Most of them were made of plastic, so they could look like anything, and everybody wanted, people love mementos. It's like having the coaster from your favorite bar. This is like having the swizzle stick. And then by the 1960s, swizzle sticks were all different. Everybody loved to have them. People collected them. And it went on for years and years. And the interesting thing about it, in the 80s, our lovely Jane Fonda came around with her exercise videos and kind of changed the swizzle stick industry. It didn't last forever because in the 1990s, this cocktail resurgence came back, and also cocktail sticks or stir sticks. That's a little history for you. Let's make a couple of these simple stir sticks. Make some for yourself, make some for your friends, make some for your family. You guys, as lamp workers, know just as much as I do, just as an artist in general, people love to get anything they can from you, and a swizzle stick is just the best way to go. And you don't have to drink to use a swizzle stick. I use one in my coffee every morning. Okay, you guys, enough of my ramblings about the swizzle stick and how cool they are. Let's go ahead and make some sticks, and we'll see you next time in the dungeon. All right, so what I have here are just 3 different size stir stick rods, raw stir stick rods, I guess. And I'm going to start by just rounding out the tip. You can do whatever you want to with this tip. Just make sure that when you go to clean it, it's cleanable. So you can make a little paddle or something if you want to. And on this first one, I kind of thought about the different starting ways of how to make the transition from the rod to the piece on top. I guess the prettiness, the jewelry on top. I just don't feel like I had a good connection, so my apologies for not having perfectly straight rods at the top, but that's just one of those things. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I'm adding some different blues that I found in my can of unknown Boro color. And I go through a couple of these. They go very quickly, as you can see. And this first one, I'm just going to draw some lines on it. And I'm still getting used to how stiff this color is, so I really tear through the parts where I'm heating it up. And it's just amazing how much more time it takes. So I'm going to add a punty to the bottom and really get my heat going. I want to go overhanded, So you see I just went from underhanded to overhanded because I feel more comfortable turning the glass rod to get my swirl. And then I thought maybe I'd use the marvering, you know, that thing to help it round itself out. Sorry about my verbal dyslexia. I'm having memory problems. Anyway, so anyway, it just, I'm trying everything I can to make this process go as fast as possible when it comes to doing my final heating. These final heatings. Here I am. Here, there it is. The marble mold. That's what it is. It really didn't help me out that much. So you can do whatever, you know, just take your time, I guess. So I'm going to pull a little bit off of here so I have a slightly longer point at the top. And then I try all sorts of different ways to just keep it in the flame, but also be shaping it at the same time. Adding some dots real quick. I tried to make them kind of similar, but you know, I could have made them all different too. And I honestly had no idea what colors I was using. I just know that I had a lot of nice blues, and most of the time the blues that I use react. And there's some reactive colors in there. And then a little nub on the top. Yeah, this Boro is amazing. And I just love that I have a set of stir sticks now, you guys. It's so cool. It's all there in the history books. The second one's going to go by faster because I cut out the beginning part. I just have a ball. I just put the ball on the rod. That's how I started. And I'm going to weave this color, this blue color around, and just round it out real good. Put a punny on it. I'm going to do the same thing. I just want these to be like swirls. But on this one, I wanted to add the color a little differently. It was easier. And then just pulling that tip off really helps. And adding some clear lines to it. Now this one I wanted to make a completely different shape, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to make this triangular shape, or this conical shape. So I'm just using what I can. Whatever is made out of graphite. It came out pretty good. I like this one. I like this whole set. Here I am trying to figure out if this thing is going to reduce even or not. And there's that little guy. And then this last one, I didn't know what color it was. It was just a really dark color, and I thought I would make a pancake swirl, like a marble. And then I realized later on, after everything was said and done, that I'm using the darkest black ever. So, you know, it's just really dark. You can't see the swirl all that much in the long run, but here's how you do it. Yeah. So heating it up, it's all about how you heat it up and condense it very gently, and then pushing it together. I didn't want to swirl it too much because that can really, you know, I probably should have. It may have looked cooler now that I think about it. But I just gave it the swirl. Now I'm rounding it out, and this time I add it to my swizzle stick that had a little Maria on the bottom. So I tried something a little different. I think this one came out much better in the transition. And the same thing, same color because I ran out of the blue, so it's a little bit of black. Perfect. This one is gonna go right into my coffee drink.